Nate, can you buy YouTube views?
Yes, but I don't recommend it.
So buying YouTube views, why would anyone want to buy views? What's the point or even the impetus behind that?
Well, I guess you want to grow your channel, you want to be more popular, you want to get more views to generate momentum on your channel.
I can see that because my channel here is in its infancy, and I mean, I don't get that many views, and there are times when I go, gosh, because I have all these friends and followers on other social medias like Facebook, but I can't show it there. How are these people out there getting all of these?
So I'm going to show you what not to do. Okay, let me bring up this website. Great website, Fiverr.com.
Don't just dream.
Okay, if we come in here and we type in YouTube views or YouTube, let's just do YouTube video promotion.
And this is a site where you can spend a little bit of money and people will do stuff for you.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
A lot of these are saying organic YouTube video promotion, but you really have to understand what organic is. Okay, organic means that people, like real people, have seen a video's been suggested to them and they chose to watch it and they're having a real experience with it. So any service like this, like how are they doing that? Maybe they had an email list, but see, they're not, there's real ways that they could potentially do this. Maybe they put an ad on the radio that said, go check out this YouTube video. But if I'm going to spend $10, what's realistically happening is that there's robots that are watching the videos and it's giving me a higher view number. But what else would that do? That would give me a really low average view duration. It would give me a low user, interaction. There's going to be no comments or likes. And the YouTube algorithm is smart. It knows a real person from a robot. And so if you're paying for robotic views that are just false, it's going to hurt your channel. It's going to hurt you in the long run. It's going to make that little number go up. So you could go and for a relatively low amount of money, you could get a video to get up to 10,000 views. And you could say, hey, look, everybody, this video's got 10,000 views. But it's not going to be, YouTube's not going to be promoting that video to anybody, and it's not going to be promoting your channel because it just sees that.
Because you're trying to rip it off a little bit, yeah.
So yes, you can buy YouTube views. This is one way of doing it that I don't recommend.
But you do recommend buying views? That's what I thought you were saying. This is one way of doing it that I don't recommend. But it sounded like you're saying,
well, there's something that I.
What can you do in place of buying views to get more views?
Okay, you can create a commercial, and you can put it on YouTube as an advertisement, and you're then paying YouTube to get views on your ad, and your ad then gets put before other videos. So I've explored this concept because
I was wondering about that. Yeah.
I have a friend. He works with companies that have big budgets. We're talking $100,000, $200,000 a month that they will spend on YouTube to get views on their ads, and they get a 5-to-1 return. So if they spend $200,000, they're getting $1 million in return on that promotion. So it's a real profitable thing to get into. And I've thought about it from my perspective. Okay, I wonder if you could use that type of a strategy to grow your channel. And he responded to me and he says, well, there's one disadvantage. The ads that we create, although we are paying and we are getting a high number of views, the retention rate on them is much lower. And so if you were to have a channel that's got an average view duration of 48%, but then you put an ad on there and you start promoting it and it's got an average view duration of 10% or 20%, it's going to lower your overall channel stats, and it's going to hurt your channel. So the idea that I have not tried yet, but that I want to try, is to create a second channel, put the ad there that promotes. So on channel B, I put an ad that basically promotes and talks about channel A. So the low view duration on channel B doesn't affect channel A. If people are interested in channel A, they'll go and they'll be watching it and putting high view duration. Yeah. So that's something that I'm exploring that I have not tried yet that I'm wanting to try.
And once you do,
I'll definitely make a video about it, especially if it works.
Yeah.
But how do you spend money or how do you buy YouTube views? You know, that's a tough one. Any marketing you're buying, and if you're going to direct it towards YouTube views, is that really where you want to direct your money? Because if you could just direct them to getting landing page views, you know, or entering your sales funnel.
So we'll take my case, for example. So I have, right now, I'm sitting at 200 subscribers. And I've just recently started doing some content that I think will gain more traction, where it's me and my wife. There's kind of a fun dynamic, good chemistry. We're going to start doing what you've talked about, finding good topics that are highly searchable and that people want to know about. And I've been sort of kind of trying to market to my Facebook people. Again, nary the twain shall meet. Holy cow. You can't ever put the clip on there. You can't put a link on there. It gets buried. But what I've been doing a little bit is taking just clips from the longer videos and just kind of a little teaser clip and putting it on Facebook and saying, do you like this 30 seconds? Come see more over on my YT channel. You know, I'm like trying to, or what I'm hoping to do, and you tell me if you think this would work, I'm hoping to make a video of me talking about my channel on YouTube. And then put that on Facebook because the videos on Facebook still get thousands and thousands of views, even when it's only getting 30 over here on YouTube.
So you talked about two different examples there. One is a direct promotion. You're trying to get people to go from Facebook to YouTube.
Right. They have to
That's
leave.
That's really
Facebook
hard to do because Facebook doesn't want people to leave.
They don't like it. Yeah.
So you will get penalized for doing that. But maybe there's some tricky ways that you can do it. If you're going to make a video that's meant for Facebook and you're talking about YouTube, that's fine. And you'll get a lot more views. Note that a view on Facebook is 3 seconds and it doesn't have to have any audio playing for that to count as a view. So if you get 1,000 views on Facebook and you get 1,000 views on YouTube, YouTube is 30 seconds with audio.
Yeah.
So 1,000 on YouTube is going to be way more valuable than 1,000 on Facebook.
And I get that. I guess the issue is just I've got to get eyeballs on screens over at YouTube somehow. And I just don't have any other way. That's why I think these questions like, can I buy views, are so relevant to people like you and me who are maybe just getting started and just trying to find because I'll look on YouTube and I'll see someone who has the exact same title of their thing. They're basically saying the same things that I am in my title. And they have 647,000 views and mine has 41. And I go, where are they getting? We both put in the same content, basically. You know what I mean? And I don't know how they're...
So there's some ingredients that can help. In the beginning, it's the beginning is the hardest. If you do keyword research before filming, that's going to help, but you need to do that consistently for several months. And if you do consistent posting of videos, 5 or more episodes per week for 4 months, that seems to be an indicator where you get to that point. Maybe it's because the algorithm says, okay, we know that Scott's channel, that he's serious about this. We can start promoting his channel, know that he's going to continue making videos. For whatever reason, around that 4-month mark, you start to show up in other places and get that promotion. There's other places that you can go to, like Quora, and answer people's questions and refer people. You can talk about YouTube in other places. If you've got an email list.
Well, like we are on LinkedIn right now, too. I mean, we are sharing a video on LinkedIn, and it's a wholly different group of followers or network connections. So this hopefully is also a good.
And one thing that I actually recommend that you do tonight is print off 100 different flyers with a QR code linking to a YouTube video and then go door to door. I wonder how that would work.
Maybe I'll just put one in a bar of Willy Wonka chocolate and hope that they, around the world, 5 golden tickets.
Give away chocolate. How many? If you did 100 chocolate bars with a QR code linking to your YouTube video, how many new subscribers do you think you'd get?
You know what it makes me wonder? Sometimes I wonder if at these secret big YouTube conventions that you guys all go to, if you don't all there with the 2,000 attendees or however many are coming, you all go, hey, everybody, will you please, let's all join each other's...
I've seen it happen once. There was a young boy that came up and said, how can I get more subscribers? I've only got like 101. And he said, all right, come up here. What's your channel? And he told it to the whole audience. All right, everyone here, I want you to subscribe to this. So they did that to this young boy. And he was so excited. He tripled in subscribers.
And there's no way to subscribe to a YouTube channel if you don't have a Gmail or a Google account, right? Because it seems like every time that's part of it. Like you need to be... And I think some people, honestly, depending on their age and where they're from, they kind of just go, they want me to subscribe. Oh, enter my I don't have that. And then they go back to doing.
Well, if you're not an active participant on YouTube, it doesn't.
Right.
It's no value.
Yeah.
So how many of those people would you hand a flyer to that don't use YouTube? Chocolate bar.
It depends, right? Anyway, I've taken him off track.
So we've been talking about what to do instead. It's hard. We'll talk. we have some other ideas in other videos. You'll find those videos right up there. But how do you buy YouTube views? It's kind of hard. I recommend staying away from Fiverr.
Well, I've learned things. I always learn things. You would think, being in on it, that I would know all of this. I don't. I show up just like you, and I sit here and listen to Nate, and it's good stuff. And there goes his wife.
So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.